Yeah, no, we're just at Urban Camp, so we're gonna head to the car rental place and grab the truck. Yeah. Get to go see my parents in 20 minutes. Pretty excited. As long as we can get there.
Reunited with Mike's parents. We have our truck and camper ready to go. We sent our passports back to Mozambique so that hopefully we can get our new passports sent to us in Namibia. So we're passportless, which is weird. But we are officially on the road in Namibia to start our road trip, and we are super excited.
So we are kicking things off here in Namibia with a 4-hour truck ride on dirt roads out to Susafle, which is where the big sand dunes are, and hopefully we get to do a bit of 4x4ing once we get out there. Before we got to the park, we saw a family on the side of the road with a major flat, so we had to stop and help, but it didn't take too long before we were back on the road.
So today we are exploring Susafle, and we are right now at Deadvlei, which is an area that dried up over 900 years ago, so the trees couldn't even decompose. So these trees are still standing, but they're like 1,000 years old. Hi, Colleen.
So the awesome thing about where we're camping is that we are technically inside the park gates, which means we get to come to this site an hour before all of the other crowds get here. So we get it all to ourselves. So today is another road trip day, long day on the gravel roads, probably about 5 hours. We are heading to Sakamund, where the sand dunes actually meet the ocean. So we're gonna go check that out, maybe do some sandboarding, maybe do some kayaking. We'll see what we can find.
after a couple of days in Swakopmund, we were planning to go to Cape Cross to go see one of the world's biggest seal populations. But we were talking to a bunch of friends who have been in Namibia for a little bit, and they all recommended that we go to Skitskape. I'm probably saying that one wrong, but we are going to take their advice and go check out Skitskape.
We are at Skitskape. They are these massive rocks in the middle of the desert in Namibia. We are very happy that we added it to our itinerary last minute because some friends came here and said it was fantastic. It's definitely giving us some Flintstone vibes, and there's even some cave paintings.
So we booked this trip about a year ago with Mike's parents when we were planning Namibia, and we kind of forgot what there was to do around this campsite, but we got to go to this little village area where they showed us how the Damara people of this area lived about 200 years ago. So they showed us the traditional ways of cooking, making clothes, hunting, medicine, and it was really interesting. And then we hired a local guide, and he took us way out into the desert and showed us desert adapted elephants, which was amazing because we were the only people there because we went in between regular tour times. And so it was just super peaceful. There were 18 elephants and just us, and amazing. They were so cool. They had super long trunks, super big feet, and they were shorter than normal elephants.
So we arrived at this campsite and we had absolutely nothing planned. We knew there was a pool. We were going to relax by the pool for a little while, have dinner, go to bed. But immediately when we arrived, we popped up our tent and we could just hear this roar from behind the campsite. We went to go investigate and there was 15 elephants right behind our campsite. But it was probably a once in a lifetime opportunity to see them. They were so close to our campsite, like 15 feet away, but it was amazing.
It is 6 a.m. and we are up to go for a safari. And although we've had a lot of early mornings in Africa, this feels very, very early. So we have done maybe 20 safaris that have all been guided. So while in a tow show, we decided to take a chance and do our own self-guided safari. I think it's going pretty well.
Working out pretty well, hey?
Excellent.
So we just got to our next campsite. Well, we're almost there. But in order to get there, they send a guy on a quad to show us where it is. So after following our guide, I guess, I don't know, campsite manager on his quad, we finally got to our campsite, which we're the only ones here. They have 5 sites and they are spread so far apart. So we are staying out here by ourselves. I might get eaten by a leopard, hopefully not. But even though it's in the middle of nowhere, it is the nicest campsite we have been at so far. It's got everything that you'd ever want. They provide unlimited wood, and then these big barrel things are to put over the fire when we're done at nighttime. So we have hot and cold water, a foot wash station, I guess, plugins galore, a food box to keep stuff away from animals, a cooktop stove, and then a bunch of information about the area and different hikes that we can go on while we're here. So I haven't seen it yet, but apparently our toilet is a little bit different for our final campsite in Namibia. I don't know what that means. It's a throne! I'm never gonna fly this. It comes with the view. We woke up pretty early for our last safari in Namibia with hopes of seeing a leopard. And we ended up being super lucky because not only did we see 1, but we saw 3 leopards.
So it is day 56 of our camping journey through Africa, and it is actually our last day camping. Also our last day with my parents. So we are heading back to Windhoek this morning, saying goodbye to them, saying goodbye to our camper van. And tomorrow morning we're hopping on a plane down to South Africa where we'll start another road trip, but not camping.